Well, hey guys, I am Haley Maness. I am based out of Aiken, South Carolina, where we manufacture our organic herbal remedies from scratch using organic, high quality ingredients, local when possible. We focus on, non-GMO and sustainable source, everything from the USA that we can. And yeah, so we produce our products in Aiken, and we've been with Farmview for 9 years. I had been on a journey of chronic Lyme disease, and it went undiagnosed for 15 years. So what started my journey into herbal medicine was I went to an MD. She was the first one to ever test me for Lyme, and it was off the charts. She was the one that taught me about herbs and was telling me what herbs I needed to be taking to support my immune system during the healing of my chronic Lyme. I was doing all of that while working in corporate America. I used to be a human resources business partner for a large corporation. We moved from Texas to South Carolina while I was working for them. And around that time, I had a baby. So there was a lot going on. I was sick, I had a baby, and I was working in a corporate job. And then I started making the Elderberry Tonic for myself, for my own healing journey, based on the recommendations on the doctor that I was seeing. And basically, I was making elderberry syrup, and I was also making like a tonic of turmeric and ginger and astragalus and echinacea, and I was taking both every day. And I thought, you know what, I'm just going to combine both of these into one just for efficiency, honestly. And that's how my first product was born, Elderberry Honey Tonic. And then a store up the road, which was my first retail partner, Cold Creek Nurseries, found out that I was making this concoction, as they called it, and they said, oh, you should sell it here. And then the rest is history. So that's how I got started with Cold Creek Nurseries. And then I kind of just went all in, quit my corporate job, stayed home with my baby, and started formulating a whole bunch of products and became a clinical herbalist. So my top three, number one is my Elderberry Tonic. It's what started my journey. It's what started to heal my body from chronic Lyme and support my immune system and give me the passion for herbs. So that's always going to be my number one. I take it every day still. And then the second is the Magnesium Body Butter. We use it every single night as it's like a family ritual going to bed. We put it on our feet. It helps us sleep better. It helps us to relax. It's helped my daughter a lot with some of her struggles that she has. And then the Face Serum is a staple. I use it every single day. It's what I use for my skin and what keeps my skin looking good for 42 and no Botox or anything like that. So those are my top three. I'm sorry, I can't just pick one. So I've been with Farmview since 2017, and it's really a cool story because back then I was only in 2 retail stores, and my second retail store, Good Earth, they're in Augusta, Georgia, reached out to the Farmview team to let you guys know, hey, you got to carry this Elderberry Tonic. It's doing so amazing in my store. And so Farmview reached out to me to sell my products, and it was a huge turning point in my business. So that was, almost 10 years ago. We've grown a lot in 10 years, just like Farmview has. We've kind of grown together, and it's been amazing to see. It leveled up my game. Being on Farmview's shelf required me to move from mason jars to a much more beautiful bottle, like you see here, and really level up my labeling and all of the requirements to make sure that my product was top-notch for Farmview, because Farmview is an amazing place to be in, and I am just super honored to be here. One thing that I love about Farmview is how well they do with connecting all of the makers at their events. So every year we come to the Farmview Fall Festival. We're coming this weekend. We come to the Spring Festival, and I cannot tell you how many friends I've made with other makers here. Cassie with Cheeky Maiden is one of my really good friends, and I met her here at Farmview. And so I'm really grateful for the networking and the connections with all of the small brands that I've met here. So Farmview to me, in one word, down home. Is that one word? I don't know, but I'm calling it one word, down home. It reminds me of like my grandmother's cooking, grits, and coming into the market. The vibe is just like old school country. I love how almost all of the shelves are just filled with small brands that I can support, and also supporting such a great brand and mission that Farmview has to support local growers and local farms and local brands. It just reminds me of the good old days when I come into Farmview, and down home is my word for Farmview. So to all of Farmview's loyal customers, I just want to say thank you so much for trusting me to be in your home with your family and your kids and taking my products for a variety of reasons. And being able to support you in that way truly is an honor to me, and I thank you for your trust and your loyalty all of these years with partnering with Farmview.